Yo, people, what's good? We got a match reaction from the Man United versus Galatasaray game. Yeah, 3-all the final result was. Ugh, disappointment is a big understatement for this one. What have we just watched? I mean, it was a hell of a game though. Hell of a game. Great game. It was like a basketball match, and I actually predicted a draw. But boy, this Champions League campaign has been a huge disappointment. Unbelievable. Like it's just been oh, I can't even I can't even put into words how easily we've conceded goals within this campaign. And the reality is we have 4 points out of 5 games, which is completely unacceptable. I'm just going to adjust my lighting. Give me 2 seconds. But yeah, it's been crap. It's been rubbish. It's been poor. It's been underwhelming. It's not been what it needed to be. And the players they've got to take accountability for this. I mean, they've been shockingly poor when they've gone up with goals. They've been they've been so easily to let it in the other end. And I know everyone's going to get onto Onana tonight. He was really poor with that third goal. But I mean, it's just the same old shit in it. Do you know what I mean? The same old shit. But I'm gonna stand by what I said within on Flawless's stream the other day and Saeed's stream. Shout out to them guys as well, man. Saeed TV and Sarcasm City for letting me feature on there as well. So big shouts out. But I'm gonna stick by what I said, people. And we don't deserve to go through. We do not deserve to go through to the next round. What are we gonna do when we get through to that next round? Who are we gonna beat? Who are we gonna it's just not gonna happen, is it? Like at the end of the day, we are not good enough to go through to that next round. And to be honest with you guys, I don't want to see anything to do with us going into the Europa League. I just want to see us crash out. I want to see that we get one game a week where the manager can work on a training ground with these players, and I'm cool with that. At the end of the day, we're not at that level yet. Full stop. If we can't beat a Galatasaray team, we went up 2 goals twice in the game. We don't deserve to go through to the next round. And that was the disappointing part, was how easily we conceded, and equally how we couldn't capitalize on the many chances that we created. So that's kind of the way I see it. If anyone else has got any other takes, let me know in the comments as we go. But yeah, Traps is joining me now. Actually, I want to give him the big boy intro. Big Traps. What are you saying?
Yeah, we're here.
I was just saying. I was just finishing my breakdown, basically saying that we don't deserve to go through to the next round, and I don't want to see it. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I feel like I don't want to see the Europa League. I don't want to see us go into that. I just want to see us crash out. I just want to see us go one game a week, and hopefully we can do better in the Premier League. I don't know what your take is, but today going up 2 goals twice in the game, and just the way that it's the same old shit over and over again. Like when we played Galatasaray the first time, when we played Copenhagen, when we played Bayern Munich, we're letting in goals so easily. Like it's so bad.
Who's we?
United as a team. I know obviously you're gonna have your take on Onana and stuff like that, but the unit as a whole at the back compared to last season has been shocking. He has been poor. But the whole unit at the back has been shocking. Go on, have your
Leon,
take,
you know what it is, Leon, yeah? Like we do this week in, week out, yeah. We go on Mandem Talk, we're in group chats where we're everywhere, like we're on our own platforms talking this stuff, and we give these players the stick and we say this is not good enough. Not only me, not me, myself, I give Ten Hag a lot of stick, yeah. And I do, because I'm very, very critical of him because of the way he manages and the things that he does. Now, for me, I can sit there and I can dissect whatever and say I'm not happy with the subs because I wasn't. Yeah, I can say Amrabat was shit because he was. I can say Højlund doesn't look fit because he didn't. Yeah, Man United, the defense today, I say Aaron Wan-Bissaka was solid. Locked up Zaha, that's what he does. I could say Maguire rose to the occasion. Bruno rose to the occasion, gave away some stupid fouls. But at the end of the day, all of that stuff, yeah, all of it, every last bit of it, yeah, can be erased if this fucking goalkeeper had some minerals, bruv. All of it, yeah. At the end of the day, one of them is enough. One, but two. Not only that, the positioning on the third goal. This keeper is not good, bruv. I'm telling you this now because it's all well and good when he's doing pirouettes on the halfway line, yeah, and it looks all great, and he's pinging the ball 40 yards up the thingy. But when it's a set piece, what are you watching, mate? Are you watching the crowd? What are you doing? You watching the floor? What are you thinking about? Jollof rice? What are you thinking about, bro?
Man said jollof rice.
What are you thinking about, bro? Because right now you're looking like you should be doing your homework on this. Ziyech is a very good set piece taker, very good, exceptional set piece taker. So you should know who you're dealing with. So why are you not fully concentrated? Why are you letting these, mate? He's just.
What are you talking about? You're talking about the first free kick.
The first free kick, yeah.
For me, there is a bit of accountability to play with the way the wall's set up as well with that one. Because, for example, when you watch it back, Bruno Fernandes is in a no man's land position. Like you either don't join the wall or join the wall properly. Do you know what I mean? Because they just training ground us. Because at the end of the day, I do get it. It was poor. Like the one where he saved it, where he could have just caught it, was just madness. Do you know what I mean? The free kick, but I'm not going to give him the full stick though. Do you know why? Because they literally blocked the view and then took the view from us. That's what you do on the training ground, bro.
Leon. Last season before that, De Gea don't command the box. Bruv, why is this man not in his goal saying, bro, what the fuck are you not doing, bruv? Get this fucking wall together.
True. I looked
Get this wall together, bro. Because that was what we was meant to be getting, the upgrade to David De Gea. So this guy should have been the same way he ran out in a friendly and screams in at Maguire's face saying X, Y, and Z. Is the same way he should run out and say, bro, put this fucking wall together so this guy can't shoot and they can't fuck around. Like, command your box, bro. Like this is on Andre Onana, and I'm telling you now, yeah.
I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Goalkeeping. That's the basis of goalkeeping. Do you know what I mean? That is the basis of goalkeeping.
Bro, there's no excuse for it, bro. And that's what I'm trying to say. Every single person that I'm be critical of in this thing gets away with murder today. Why? Because this man, if he does his job, then it's a different outcome. And it's not the first time. It's not the first time. He makes mistake after mistake after, and this is the problem. This is what I was telling you about David De Gea again, because David De Gea, right? I thought, do you know what people say? Playing out from the back, this, that, and the other. Bro, I'm seeing Onana going long more than he's playing out from the back. I'm seeing him going long. I'm seeing and things that he's doing. He's not exactly playing. He's just putting the ball down and passing it to the nearest defender.
Yeah, I think the long thing's because he doesn't trust the two at the back. I think we've seen at Everton he started to play with Maino. Do you know what I mean? I think when he doesn't trust the idiots, he knows that it's going to make him a lot worse because obviously, like, he's been letting in chances and stuff like that. So I think that's that one there. But I'll give it you today. He was bad today.
That's fine.
I'm somebody that analyzes it from a team perspective, and I feel like if you look at percentage-wise, he is 75% for this game, which is what basically backs up what you're saying, which says he's the majority fault for this game. Yeah,
100%.
But at the same time, the way that Galatasaray were running through us, I know it's an end-to-end game. I know you attack players, boom, get out, cut out of position, rare. I just felt like, and obviously the goals he conceded were really bad. Even the one where the guy killed it, he just took the piss out of him. Just basically come out, boom, top corner. Do you know what I mean? But
it wasn't even. Listen, go watch it again. It wasn't even top corner. It wasn't even top corner.
Obviously, Lickle manned him and basically said, "You're not going to get this. I can take the piss."
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say to you. I understand what you're trying to say, Leon. Yeah, and 75% of the blame is his, and the other you can blame the rest. But here's the thing: that game, that open game at the last moment, doesn't happen if he does his job properly. Because at the end of the day, he does his job properly, right? If he does his job properly, and we could give him, they do not score until, when was it? 67, the 70th minute. So it's 3-0 now. Yeah, it's 3-0. That game is completely different. And not only that, it's going to get to 60, 70 minutes.
They're going to open up more.
They're going to try and pile on the pressure, and we're going to pick them off. We walk out that game 5-0, 5-1. Do you know what I mean? Like 5-1, like, you know what I mean? They're defeated by 75 minutes. But that's my point. Like, this is my point. Like, this is fucking like whatever angle you want to look at it, mate. Yeah, This guy is at fault, and all the blame is on him, bro. Like,
I get it.
You can't, and we, like we said, he might not trust the players, and I understand that, but this is what I was saying. De Gea's problem was as well. De Gea was in a very comfortable place at Manchester United, very comfortable because, like I said, if he can throw the ball in his own net. He's playing the next game, and that I thought to myself, De Gea's getting on a bit now. If we sign a keeper to compete with him, you might see him up his levels again, and that is what should have happened. They should have said to him, look, you're not going to get your 350 grand, yeah? You're going to get your 2 years, yeah? Or you're going to get a year of an option to extend, or however you want to do it, but you're not going to get your 350 grand. You're going to get 150 or whatever, 100, whatever, how much are we going to play? But you're going to stay for this long. We're going to sign another goalkeeper. We're not saying you're going to play or you're not going to play. You two, the best keeper, will play. And right now, if they did what they did right now, De Gea would be replacing Onana. He would be replacing him.
Yeah, of course. I don't think anyone would have batted an eyelid if they said, "Yo, he's been hanging around since till January, bringing back in very urgent." I mean, a lot of fans want to see the young kid play. A lot of fans are like, "Give the young kid a go."
Yeah, but the reason why they say give the young kid a go because it's just a change. It's a change. Yeah. But realistically, this keeper is a backup. He's not a like. You've never heard about this keeper. I've never heard about this keeper.
No, I'm not going to disrespect him to that because we know his deficiencies. The thing that's killing him is he's not saving the basic ones. And at the end of the day, he's making the same mistakes over and over again. For me, personally, the way I look at football, I'll analyze it at the end of the season. It's not, I'll give you a line right now, from Castillo. It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. Full stop. Yeah.
It's not.
I know you're somebody that when your eye test tells you make your mind up. I get that. And I respect that because you're like, I've seen enough, bro. I don't need to see the rest of it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
You've seen enough. You've seen it because what you've basically seen. Look, correct me if I'm wrong. You've seen it. You've said he doesn't do the basics. He's not commanding. He's not what. Basically, a man got sold a fake thing in it. It's like, this.
It's that everything. No, it's that everything. Like, don't get me wrong. De Gea made mistakes, but remember what I said to you. I said to you, I looked at it like this. Yeah, I wanted De Gea to go, but I wanted De Gea to go on the premise that we are getting a better goalkeeper. Yeah. That's what I wanted. That's
you wanted the all round. You wanted.
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I wanted a better. No, so I thought, do you know what? Yeah, if Ten Hag needs a guy that can play out from the back and play to his system, so be it. If that's, but as long as it's beneficial,
it's got to be solid. You didn't expect him to be a shot stopper like De Gea, but you expected
he's a shot stopper, bro. He's the same shot stopper.
No, but you expected him to be like these ones here can't go in, brethren. These can't go in. Yeah,
but because with De Gea, you're not going to get the whole playing out from the back, or you might get an odd mistake when he's on the ball with his feet. Yeah, but see that goal. See that goal. De Gea probably saves that, but he's not supposed to. Yeah, De Gea will probably pull that save out. Yeah, De Gea's not conceding them silly free kicks twice.
He saves those two easy,
he saves those two, and that's my point. My point is we have been shortchanged because man want to be like, I'm the big boss. De Gea has walked away from this Premier League, and this is what I mean about all the fans. De Gea walked away from the Premier League with the Golden Glove, and everybody turned around and said, "Oh, it's not just him. It's the goal. It's the defense. It's the defense." So now you've seen all of this. What you lot are saying is it's not him. It's Martinez. Martinez is the reason why. Yeah, Martinez is the reason why. Bearing in mind, Martinez on the pitch when they was getting beat 7-0 and did fuck all to help De Gea get. De Gea just got smoked, and there was nothing he could do about it. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, bro, I'm sick and tired. Listen, look, it's hard. Like I told you, we see what the man them talking that. Don't get me wrong, love all the man them's opinions, but at the end of the day, it's hard for you to get your opinion across when there's so many different opinions, bro. But yeah, I'll be honest with you, like me, see from this day, yeah, even today, do you remember when we was talking about in the group chat, we was talking about Amrabat at halftime and people saying give him time and this, that, and the fact, and I was trying to explain you, he doesn't have time. He does not have time, yeah? And this, yeah, is the reason why, honestly, my mind, I'm not listening to nobody, yeah?
No, you're entitled to your own opinion.
Not even Ten Hag. I'm not hearing no one. Don't get me wrong, I'll hear your argument and I'll hear what you're saying, but I'm telling you, my mind is made up. And I'm telling you now, Ten Hag is not good enough because at the end of the day, he's put Onana in a situation. He knows Onana. It's not someone he's just got in and he's been sold or done. He knows his capabilities. He knows what he needs. He knows how to play to his strengths. So him not going to get another defender that can play out from the back because Martinez was injured. You knew he wasn't going to start the season. Yeah, you knew. Right now, You're looking at Maguire as your best defender because Maguire rose to the occasion tonight.
That's it all, doesn't it?
Maguire rose to the occasion tonight, bro. And there's nothing no one can, even Anthony rose to the occasion. Anthony, rose to the occasion. And this is what I'm trying to say. People are saying Højlund, Danish bum, 5 goals in the Champions League top goal scorer and whatnot. What? You're not doing him a disservice. Why? Because these men at the back, this goalkeeper, like, these men are scoring good goals and putting in good performances, and the team as a collective is letting them down. I'm telling you now, everyone in that changing room tonight should just be, look, you know what, Onana, it's your fucking fault, mate. It's your fucking fault.
Okay, and cool. No, I get you. So let's take it off him for a second. Yeah, I know it's hard. I know that you made your mind up. I respect it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Who else was disappointing on the pitch? Let's just say he's the king disappointment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I felt like there was certain times where that midfield was non-existent until Kobe came on. I felt like the space, bro. When I was watching it, sometimes I was thinking, like, this is what I said. This is what I said to Neji the other day. Yeah? I said to him, I was on Flawless' stream yesterday, and I said, we make this old man Galatasaray team, a team that players finish their career at PSG, Crystal Palace, Napoli, blah blah, and they go out there. They're not
Dries Mertens in them, man.
Bro, we make them look amazing, bro. Like the way that they were just bopping through the midfield. Yeah, certain times I thought, how is there that gap there? Do you know what I mean? And credit to Bruno today. He done the miles today. Do you know what I mean? McTominay, he was there. He could have just come on for the last 20 the way he was playing. Do you know what I mean? Like, innit?
Nah, listen, I'm not gonna have the McTominay this disrespect, bro, because this is what everyone does. Everyone
My point is, you could have started with a different player and brought him on. That would have.
No, you could have, but who would you start?
His goal could have still threatened the keeper. You understand where I'm coming from? So
do you remember what I said in the group chat? Yeah, and I said, look, yeah, I said about when I was saying about Amrabat, his experience and this and that, and everyone, 99% of the fans would have wanted Kobe Mainoo to start. Yeah, bro. Even I was on a stream earlier with Cass. Even Cass was saying he's sick of McTominay. He wants Amrabat and Mainoo.
Oh, you come back. Yeah, go on. I can't hear you on mute. You're on mute.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Carry on. You want so Cass wanted what?
Cass wanted Amrabat and Mainoo to start, and I was like, look, yeah, McTominay has a job to do. Yeah, he's an athletic midfielder. Yeah, at the end of the day, might not be the greatest on defensively because that's not his strong points, but going forward, he's a problem. Yeah, if you get him in them spaces, he's a problem.
So this is my thing. Bring him on for the last 20.
No, of course, bring him on for the last 20. But
are you saying you don't agree with Cass? You're saying no. I'd rather have.
I don't agree. No, I don't agree with Cass. What I'm saying Amrabat was Ten Hag made it very clear he wanted experience. This is why he put Amrabat where he was. Amrabat was behaved like the most inexperienced player on the pitch in the full 22 players on that pitch.
But when do we come into the fact that man's being thrown in for odd games and he's not getting a run?
I don't care, bro.
No, but that counts, bro. That counts, bro. Like people, this is what happened with this is what used to happen with Donny and stuff like that. People, oh, it's rubbish, bro. The man's played like 2 games. Sometimes with Donny and people like that. Sometimes it takes longer than just a couple of games. I personally don't think Amrabat should have started tonight. If you're not going to play him on the weekend, why are you just chucking him into this game? That's why the manager as well, and this is where I agree with you. The manager sometimes, man, makes some crazy decisions. You know, mad decisions.
Amrabat for me is not good enough, bro.
I think
he's not good enough.
I don't think we can judge it because I don't think he's had 10 games. I'm not saying.
Now, do you know what? People say, "Oh, I watched the Morocco game. He was the star of the show on Red FM." Bro, I'm telling you now, yeah, like Man United, as bad as they are right now, would probably get to the World Cup final, yeah, with that level of football, and that's the good.
It was bad.
That's the way I think. But at the end of the day, like. People got sold the dream because they saw him ducking down Mbappe, bro. Little do they know, little after that, but he gets nutmegged by Mbappe. Yeah, about 20 minutes later, and he's just standing there in no man's land. Like people miss these things. Like
yeah, but I think they're judging it on the Florentino consistency out there. But at the same time, then
again, but we're not Fiorentina, bro.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. Then it's the same time, it's the gap. But I think with players, we have to be careful sometimes not to be like seen him for a couple of games. He's rubbish. Yeah, has he come in and been the impact that we want? No. The problem is with this midfield at the moment is, anyone that comes into this midfield, unless they grab it by the horns and take it, it's not a great midfield, bro. Because
No,
when you're
I
playing,
understand. I
when
hear
you're
that.
playing, I said this before, bro. When you're playing with McTominay and Bruno, yeah, you're playing on your own, bro. You're playing on your own. So anyone's going to look rubbish when 3 players break through and you try to defend all 3 and you
Yeah,
flip
but
on your ass.
listen. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, you
All
see
I
that.
want to
Yeah,
see is, I want to see him play 10 games. That's all I want to see, and then I will make my
I
mind up.
don't.
Yeah, I can't
I've
watch
seen.
players, bro. I can't watch players for 2-3 games and say you crap. I just
Leon,
can't do it.
I've seen
Can't do it.
enough. Yeah, I've seen enough. Yeah, I've
And you're
seen the
entitled to
way.
that. I get that.
Do you know
You're
why?
entitled.
I've seen in. Do you know why? Should I tell you why? I've seen enough, and do you know why I believe in myself? So I watch players and I make decisions about them, and I say, you know what, this player is not good, you know. And it always, not say always, but I'm talking 7, 8 times out of 10. Yeah, it turns out to be that
I
way.
mean, wait, just on that point, yeah. What do you base it off? Do you go like, are you looking at teams lower than us in the league and the teams in the champs? Are you looking at like, I don't know, let's just say McGinn or a Douglas Luiz, or are you looking at other teams and going, he's
Yeah, look,
doing much better and we're at a better?
yeah, I'll
Is that
look
what
at.
you look at?
I'll watch a game. I'll watch a fucking Wolves versus Luton. Yeah, and I'll look at say for instance, I look at I don't know, Pedro Neto, for instance.
Okay.
Right? And obviously that's a game. So Luton are a bit of a low block. It's all crazy and that, yeah. And I'm watching this guy relentless, trying to break it down. I was thinking, why don't we do this? And then when you bring them kind of arguments, we're not like them. We can't play like them. Well, why can't? Well, it's basic.
But you go. My man's doing the basics that our players aren't even.
That's what I always look
what
for. That's what I always look for. I always look for the basic. I don't look for the extra stuff because look, you see, like with Garnacho, yeah, I was saying, Garnacho, he's young, but Garnacho has something special. Yeah, he has an unbelievable talent. No one knows where it's gonna go because it can go any way. Yeah,
I don't necessarily agree with that. You know,
I know you don't agree. I know you don't agree with it. But when I say he has
special
talent,
moments, but I can't see him emulating, like people talking like he's going to not emulate what Ronaldo does, but he's going to be on to one of those players. I don't see that personally.
like,
you know what I mean? Because when I look at the Everton game, yeah, he was all right tonight. He was good tonight and stuff. But when I look at the Everton game, when I watch games, yeah, he's good for about 20 minutes because after that goal in the Everton game, I didn't see that much special stuff. Just because you touch it by and you got a bit of pace and someone fouls you in rare and you get the ball around them. I don't look at. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Like for me,
yeah, no, I saw.
If you look at talent wise, Amad Diallo versus somebody like that, yeah, I just see a lot more in the Amad game where I'm like, the ceiling's higher for you than it is Garnacho. That's the way I look at the technical side,
but I know what you mean, yeah, and.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Obviously, it's a valid.
Obviously,
opinion,
you might have
yeah.
your thing where you go, no, I don't see that. I see.
But I'm not saying that. That Garnacho is going to be some world beater. Yeah? But at the end of the day,
something in that.
You know, what I see in Garnacho is a guy, right? He's fearless, right? For one, he's fearless. You can put him in any situation. Don't get me wrong, he's had these little moments because he's young, right? But at the end of the day, one thing he needs to do is the same thing as Ronaldo when he first came. Ronaldo used to do the same shit that he used to do, you know?
Yeah.
I remember sitting there watching Ronaldo. I'm not saying he's going to be Ronaldo or he's going to be the thing, but
you had the same feeling.
You saw what I'm seeing what Ronaldo was doing. I remember I used to sit there and think, what the fuck is this fucking shit guy doing, bro? I remember saying it myself. This guy's fucking. I remember saying, Ronaldo, what are you doing? You're shit. I remember saying that. I remember people calling him the one-trick pony because he's doing them mad stepovers and then try and go, and he used to get read like a book and pushed over but he went away.
Makes sense.
He went away. He got on the weights. He bulked up. Yeah, worked on his fitness, his physique, and then he became unplayable. And I'm telling you now, you have to remember, like, how old is Garnacho? 19?
19, 20, yeah.
19, 20? But if he ain't fully developed yet, give it another year or two, he's going to bulk up. He's going to be stronger. And obviously, he needs coaching because at the end of the day, he has the raw talent there. But come on, we've seen him score some outlandish goals, even for the youth team. Do you remember he scored that goal in the final way, the Gareth Bale shit, what he done?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, he has talent, yeah, and it's not when he has to be molded. It's raw.
Yeah, of course.
It's
but
raw,
you see something where you're like, if it is
but
molded,
he's special. But listen, for him to dish out a bicycle kick here in the second minute of Everton game. I'm not saying that.
You're not basing it all on that.
I'm not saying that is the reason why, but I'm saying that shows you this guy has a mentality, a certain mentality. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you think about it like this: if he does what he does and does a bicycle kick and kicks the ball at the stadium, he's a laughing stock. And this is a young kid that he's probably sitting there now on his social media looking at all the memes, everything like now. He knows if he misses that, he becomes a meme. Yeah. but not bothered.
So this is when it comes. This is when it comes to your fearless side. Now,
And
for
that's when
me,
it
yeah, for me, just want to bring it back to the game and stuff. Yo, big up Sting for the comments, at the bold fraud and that. Yeah, well, it could be coming, bro. Remember, people. Listen, if you catch me on Mandem, chat. If you see me, Mandem talk, sorry, and if you see like Traps and stuff like that, Traps has made his mind up with the manager already. He's Ten Hag out. I've openly stated that the views of like a Traps, Saeed, I can't argue against them because especially when Flawless came on before and he gave that huge list of the things that the manager's done, yeah. How the hell am I going to stand there and try and argue with that? Do you understand where I'm coming from with the amount of stuff he's done? For me, yeah. For me, I got to give it till Christmas. But going back to the game and that, yeah. So I was talking about the midfield and stuff like that. What do you think about the strikers? Maybe could have scored a few more chances because we had some different ones there. Or do you feel like, are you looking at it and going, the main ones that were created, we did score, and I feel like their mentality was pissed off because at the other end of the net, you're trying to attack. The other end, you're letting in easy goals, and it's the goalkeeper. Is that how you look at it, or do you go, you know what, we could have scored a couple more?
I mean, I think we could have scored a couple more, to be honest. And I think a couple of decisions that the manager made was probably the reason why we didn't score.
Which ones? Go on.
I mean, I don't agree with the Pellistri sub. I don't agree with that.
Who did he come on for?
For Garnacho.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't believe it. I didn't think that was a good sub because at the end of the day, I mean, the Darlow sub.
I mean, could he have? Yeah, that Darlow sub was
no, do you know what it is? The Darlow sub is fine, yeah, but I don't see that because the reason why it's fine because he came on, there was no goals conceded. If that makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's kind of wasted, isn't it? When we're
but this is what I'm trying to say about the manager's logic. He's looking at the game. Aaron Wan-Bissaka locked up Zaha, kept him. He's locked him up. Yeah, he's put an assist on as well. Yeah, is he put an assist? He put an assist.
Yeah, he did. He put an assist on from McTominay. So I'm thinking, why? Yeah,
he's put an assist on from McTominay, right? So he's had a good game. He comes off. Darlow comes on, right? So he comes on. Zaha gets his first shot on target. Yeah, Darlow can't deal with Zaha. Secondly, Darlow breaks into the box. He has Martial there. He looks for Pellistri. Now, for me, if he leaves, this is what I'm trying to tell you about. One situation leads to another. If he leaves Garnacho on, I think Garnacho does better than Pellistri with the chance. If
he leaves just on that point, you want the young kid to come through and put the pace on them when they're tired as well, don't you?
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying. Yeah, but what I understand you need to do that, but you didn't need to. Garnacho, if anyone is going to do something in the dying embers and run at a man and it's going to be Garnacho. That he is the man that you believe now. You have to remember, he's gone from the super sub part to a starter now. He's a starter now. Yeah, and not only that,
he's not fully fledged, but he's on his run. Yeah, I get that.
Well, let's be honest about it. He scored in the last game. He scored in this game. He's worth his 90 minutes. He's earned his 90 minutes.
He's earned his 90 minutes, yeah.
He's earned his 90 minutes. And at the end of the day, 2 chances fell to Pellistri at the end of the game. And I thought to myself, do you know what? Yeah, if Garnacho was on, Garnacho is lapping at least one of these up. And this is what made me laugh as well. The last input that Garnacho had before he was subbed was where he bent it around the keeper. The keeper's beaten, but he didn't have enough curl on it to go in. Do you remember that chance?
Yeah. So what? So when a man's already on that form, yeah, that was mad.
So what have you seen?
I didn't get that. I didn't get that.
What have you seen?
For you, yeah. What would your subs have been?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. What I would have done.
There's one here. There's one here for you, look. Trust me. Yo, big up Hector Rico, man.
Big up Hector.
Yeah. I can't argue with Traps on this one. I always look at games and I go, I'm very accountable where I go look in the mirror and I'm like, how could the whole team do better? But Traps, bro, like I can't really argue with you on this one because like at the end of the day here, when you're in poor Champions League form, when you go away and you get 2 goals up, the mentality side of your keeper just floundering, yeah. And you know what else, Traps? Probably brings you back to that mindset throughout the season where you go, fuck's sake, he's done it again.
Exactly. And do you know what the worst thing about it is as well, yeah? This is about tactics and that, yeah? Because you see me, yeah, now, if I'm a manager, I know people, I know it's so easy to say from where I'm sitting because I've never been a manager. I'm never going to manage Manchester United or whatever, yeah? But in my mind, I know for a fact, there's always got to be two thinking modes you've got to have as a manager. So you've got to have the mode that you tell all the players and you channel to the players, and you've got to have the mode that you keep to yourself, right? So you've got to be telling these players, play the game, stick to the basics, do the thing, you keep your shape, whatever. The chances will come. In my mind, I've got to be saying, we're 3-1 up. I don't trust these boys, I'm gonna have to try and lock this off. I'm gonna have to try and lock this off. So maybe I might have to just go ultra defensive. If we concede one, yeah, great. But I'm gonna have to try and lock this off. And at least then, if it does go left, I can go to the press conference and say, you know what, it was on me. Yeah, it was on me. Yeah, and you can explain yourself. Say, look,
yeah, but the fans would understand that because you turn around and go, look, it's been tough in this thing. I need to lock this lead off.
Exactly.
So let me just pull up why you're chatting. No, carry on, bro. Let me just pull up why you're chatting. Who was actually on the bench today and what you think in it? So let's have a look. Yeah. So let's pull this up.
Yeah. So I mean, I would always have that. 3-1 up.
Okay, cool.
It's like, well, how many minutes was that? 60, 65 minutes or something?
Yeah.
3-1 up, 65 minutes. I'm thinking to myself, 25 minutes, yeah. I mean, I need to lock this off. I need to, because this game's too open. We need to sit tight.
But you can leave a couple hitters up front in case you break. You see what I'm saying?
Of course. Yeah, of course. So for me, the instructions are, I mean, who's on the bench? Who would have been on? I mean, for starters, I would have started with Amrabat for one. Like I would have gave Mino his start because I hope everyone's aware.
Well, look what happened when he come on. He proved that he should have started. So.
No, but this is what I'm trying to say. But at the same time, we're talking about us. I want to see Amrabat play 10 games, bro. We've seen Kobe Mino play 5 minutes, bro, and we know.
Yeah, but I know. I hear that.
We know. So at the end of the day, Amrabat for me is not needed at all. He's not needed at all. He's not going to be. He's not shown the level that Mino has shown in the space of a fucking day. Yeah, or a game, a fucking game. Yeah, and he hasn't shot. He's not going to be Casemiro level. Even though people say Casemiro's legs are gone or whatever. Yeah, but Casemiro right now with Mino beside him, that could work for me. You know what I mean? That could work for me. Do you know what I mean? That's what I see, because everyone was talking about Amrabat being the legs.
What, Casemiro and Mino? Yeah, that looks good.
That could work for me. I mean, that could work for me. Do you know what I'm saying? But we see Mino embarrassed Amrabat in the space of his 30 minutes or 35 minutes. Yeah, embarrassed him, because what we saw from him in 35 minutes was a guy. He looked like the experienced guy. He looked like the guy that knows what he's doing. Yeah, and this is what I was trying to tell about time. Why does Mino not need no time for us to be like, cool. Oh, Mino? But
no, I hear that.
Amrabat needs time.
Let me explain. So for me, this is my opinion on it. Okay, so Mino, ceiling, ability, attributes, completely different to Amrabat. That's my thing. Yeah. Now I'm not comparing and stuff like that. So Mino comes in, he's proved in the academy system. I just feel like he's like a Pogba, man. Like the way that Pogba doesn't need time. He just used to come in and he used to rip it up and he just used to do something completely. Like you can put Pogba on the pitch, yeah. You can have 10 minutes left, yeah. Put Pogba on, yeah. And whatever people say about him, yeah, he can do magic. He can do something and he's comfortable in pressure scenarios. That's Mino, yeah. Amrabat, for me, I look at him like a utility, man. Remember we had Daily Blind. By the way, Hector, big up for the comments, man. Yeah, it's looking like Onana did cost us the whole group. It's mad.
He did.
It's looking like when you say it like that, that's crazy.
He did.
It's mad though. It's mad.
But you can't listen. It's fun.
I'm not arguing with it. I'm not arguing with it.
I understand what you're saying as well. Yeah, about how.
Yeah, let me land. So Daily Bin was like a utility man. Do I think Amrabat is of the level of what we need to go where we're going? From what I've seen, no. From where we are midfield wise, I'll take him for a season because we're so light in midfield and we're so bad in midfield, especially if the manager's not going to play Donny. If he's going to play McTominay a lot of the time, there are games where Amrabat can work. Now, what he's done is, in my opinion, I think he's brought him in and I think he's utilised him in the wrong way. When you want a man to come in, knowing that your midfield's light, knowing that it's really poor and you've not got much quality there, and you were set on getting this guy for his attributes, yeah? And this guy's supposed to die for the badge because he's a United fan. He was supposed to come in, love the club. I don't want to go anywhere else, yeah? Why did you play him left back when you first come in? Why did you halt his progress? He didn't have a pre-season. So what are you doing? So that's for me. I'm looking at the manager like, what are you doing? Then you're bringing him in, bringing him out. It's a bit of a mess. You're playing McTominay for the last however many games ahead of him, yeah? So that's why I think his development's been started.
Yeah, but McTominay is ahead of him now.
Yeah, but he is at the moment. But here's the thing, yeah? The way it's looking like your view's right. It's looking like I'll get to the end of the season and rare, but I need this guy to play more minutes because I believe there's more quality in there than McTominay. That's what I believe personally.
Nah, but I've seen it. I've seen him pass. I've seen him do some passes.
But I'm not expecting that of him. People were saying, he's going to spray it between the lines and he's going to run man down and try. I didn't expect that. I just expected kind of, when someone's like a 7 all round, I just expected that. Do you know what I'm saying? Daley Blind was never going to be like some bad boy on the ball and rare. He's all right, but I'm saying he wasn't like, do you know what I mean? But I didn't see that. I could be wrong, Traps, but that's my opinion.
Listen, I don't think I don't think Amrabat is.
You've seen enough, and you're like,
I've seen enough. It's the same. It's the same as Mason Mount. Mason Mount, for instance, he played his best football on the right for Chelsea. That's what I think. Yeah, and as a result, he's now coming into midfield, and then Bruno gets swapped out to the right wing and whatnot. I see Mason Mount on that wing or on the bench.
That's what I see.
That's what I see, yeah. And Ten Hag doesn't do this. He's convinced that Bruno needs to go there and Mount needs to go there and whatever. And I just, like I said, I just see certain things. You know what it is? We see when you look at certain things and you look at this. It's like, for instance, you know full well that someone like, for instance, like Harry Kane, Harry Kane isn't going to work in the Everton team. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to work for him in the Everton team because obviously the standard of this guy, I see the level that he's at, and it is not the level that we need. It's not even the level that we're at right now.
So do you think there's no way you can be proven wrong? Because I think, look, I agree. I kind of agree with this. I kind of agree with this a little bit.
I can always be proved wrong. But
I get it. From what you're saying, what you've seen, you're like, so for you, is it a question of quality or is it a question of I don't see what you're good at? Like there's not one area.
Bruv, the quality, bruv, like you're running around like a headless chicken, yeah, for 1 year. You're doing mad stuff, like mad stuff, yeah. And it's like, and that's what I'm trying to say. It's that he gets subbed off, and then Mino comes on, and then basically we see what we're supposed to see. And then
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because
obviously I know you're saying they're different players.
Yeah, I don't think he does that. I don't think he does that. Yeah.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. But so therefore, what would you rather see? You could rather see Amrabat running around and improving to whatever ceiling you think he has, or do you want to all this time and experience of putting it on? You just put it into man like Kobe Mano because
but here's the thing I think you're missing, we don't have enough depth in that midfield. Well, go on, Neji. I'm going to bring you in now.
What are you saying, boys?
We don't have enough depth in that. Your Wi-Fi's moving mad moosery, crazy, man. But yeah, we don't have enough.
I'm at the gym, man. Sorry.
Oh no, it's all good, man. Thanks for coming. We don't have enough depth in that midfield for me to have that kind of not entitledness, but to have that kind of view of like this is my opinion. Traps are saying like, Dash him out. He's no good. We don't have depth in midfield, bro. I believe Amrabat with a run of games. Like I don't know, Neji. I'll bring you in now. I don't know what you thought. We were talking about like we've gone through like Anana was kind of the fault today. That's what kind of Traps are saying. I kind of agree with him on this one. I felt like we didn't score the chances that we could have. I felt like we fell apart in the midfield a little bit. How do you looking at the game? I predicted a draw, by the way, bro. It's mad how much.
Yeah, you did. You predicted a draw, man. I think we started incredible. I'll start from the beginning. I think we started incredible. Nullified their fans. Did exactly what you should have done. They had the right attitude, right mentality. Phone call we had earlier, I said I ain't scared of Galatasaray fans for the simple fact that we've just been to a passionate Evertonian ground where they've got every reason to be hyped up and that. They brought 30, 40,000 man, extras, fireworks, the lot. That's the close to Galatasaray as you're getting in the UK. And that's very rare. They handled that nicely. Do you know what I mean? Even when they were pressured. So I predicted us winning. And performance-wise, we could have won that. But when you look at individual errors and mistakes, that's what it comes down to. Because what does that do? Send shockwaves straight for your team. And I'm not saying this because I am right, but I hate to be right on this. I predicted something I didn't want to be right about. We prioritized in the wrong Ross Clark order. We prioritized in the wrong order. Too many man, too emotional, saying let's get rid of De Gea, this. All the hype that's been on Onana at the moment, where his form has been on his saving ability. Nothing to do with his kicking. And I even said to you, his kicking makes no sense. You could probably create a little bit more. You probably create 8 more chances a game, but you'll probably concede more. Because you don't replace the pros. You have to replace pros and cons with players. If you can't replace the pros, because let's be honest, our fan base, they have to hold a fat L now. Those particular people need to hold a fat L. Because you went with the flipping the horse wagon, started following it up, thinking Cinderella was in there. You lot were going, he's off with his feet. He's off with his feet. I thought a goalkeeper does more than what's there with his feet. To the point, Leon, yeah? Only yesterday I'm seeing tweets I got tagged by a brother saying, "Oh, we didn't forget what you said about Onana, clean sheet, this." I said, "I'm gone." In my head, I didn't reply this. But in my head, I'm thinking. So when I was talking about De Gea's clean sheets last season, no one wanted to attribute that to anything De Gea did last season. So now all of a sudden, we want to talk about clean sheets. The hype was about him kicking. The hype was about him the
just
ball.
on that point with the clean sheets, it only brings him back to 0 because he's already conceded a load of goals, isn't it? So man can't be hyping the clean sheets too much because he's already given up.
You know what? I'd even give a man the clean sheets and go, I would be a hypocrite and say I don't rate that, but he's deserved some clean sheets. But like I said to you, Leon, the hype that's brought his form back around has been on his saving ability, and the only difference with him is he's more commanding in the area. Bar the last goal today happens. Anomalies. I don't do anomalies, but consistently, other than De Gea, he's better in the air in terms of claiming crosses. That's about it. So respectfully, all we've done, because like I said to you, the kicking aspect of the game won't matter. When Højlund plays football, when he kicks long, the ball gets brought down. Our wingers aren't good at bringing the ball down and getting it under control. We lose possession. And when we play short, we can only do it, as we've seen, with consistently with someone like Maino in the build-up. Because the build-up play, we can bypass Harry Maguire. Because Maino comes, collects the ball, we distribute it, we start attacks. We don't get that. This is why I talk about profiles being so important when you want to see a style of play playing. So what's the point in kicking the ball better if you're going to concede more, rude boy? Especially when last season we scored 58 goals in a row season, and man were trying to tell me that scoring goals weren't the issue. Or we've got Rashford, who's always, I think Traps even said it, he's on purple patches. He does madnesses, he goes hot, he goes cold. We can't rely on these, man. So
this sounds mad. So it sounds like you two are on the same wavelength with this one, definitely. Where the keepers that fault today for the.
Look. What'd you say, bro?
Traps are saying the same thing, basically.
I said the De Gea situation, is come home to roost, mate. Because at the end of the day, like all this stuff that he's doing, when like you said, I said what you're adding and what you're taking away doesn't make any sense. Because I mean, I remember when remember I was saying to you like the defender was the priority, because I was looking at it like this, like Martinez is injured. Martinez is the guy that we all believe is the play out, is the guy that plays out from the back. Yeah, he's the main guy. So at the end of the day, he's injured. So you need a defender that's going to be able to replicate what Martinez is doing. Facts. And also when he does come back, can form a partnership with him. And I feel like that should have been the priority. And I feel like if there was a decent director of football in, he would have said, you know what, this is the priority because this is what has happened. Because if you're going to get rid of De Gea, you're going to get rid of world-class saving ability. That's as simple as that. He might not be able to kick and play out and whatever he's doing. The same level. But at the end of the day, he's going to pull off saves that if they go in, people can't even chat shit because he does that. That's what he does. And bringing another goal, don't get me wrong, you can bring another goalkeeper in, but you're not going to be bringing in Onana in to replace him. You're going to bring someone in to compete with him. So he might step his game up. You know what I mean? He might step his game up. But so him going to get Mount and doing what he and people say that's the priority.
Just break down. That's just what Traps just said as well. Look at that. Sting, big up on the comment, man. That's crazy, man.
That's what I said. I said people when I was saying, look, we just let the keeper that's won the Golden Glove leave for free, and we're getting a goalkeeper, paying for a goalkeeper. People are saying, but the reason why he was had all them clean sheets was because of the defense. But the defense is pretty much there. When all we're missing right now is Martinez, and we've conceded 3 goals tonight.
Sorry, go on, bro. Go on. Sorry, Lando.
No, so we've conceded 3 goals tonight, and I'm telling you now, even though I've seen De Gea have some stinkers with the ball, Seville, whatever, tonight he saves them. He saves them free kicks.
When it comes to it, he's clutch. He's clutch when it comes to it. Yeah. How many games have we watched with De Gea where he's kept us in games and we didn't deserve it? Come on, man.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. How many times people are talking about the defense, right? It's the defense, right? But you're forgetting how many times has De Gea won Player of the Season, Man United Player of the Season, right? So, and how do you win that as a goalkeeper? Do you understand? As a goalkeeper, it's very hard to win these awards. You know, you're winning them because of your saving ability, because you have been seen to save these defenders, the same ones that are there now, time and time again. So I'm not buying all of this. Oh, De Gea this or De Gea that. Yes, De Gea made mistakes. I feel that De Gea has got comfortable in his position. He needs to get a kick up the arse, get someone in that's going to be like, if you don't start, if you're not going to play well or you're going to make mistakes, you're going to get on the bench and he's going to come. He's going to compete with you. That never happened. We've got Onana now. Onana is our main goalkeeper because this Bayern dear geezer. No, I've never seen him play. I don't even know where he came from, to be honest. Like, look, I remember in pre-season seeing that keeper Kovac or Kovar or
He was
whatever his
good.
name.
Yeah,
And I thought he
yeah.
was,
Yeah,
I
he
thought
was
he was brilliant.
good. Yeah,
I thought he was
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah.
Next thing you know, he's been sold. I thought,
that's
I
how
don't
you know
know.
Neji. Neji,
and
come
then
back in. But I was going to say just before you think, that's how you know our club's mad, you know, because you let this kid go. How much we get for Kovar? Like £5 million.
something
Just
stupid
keep
like that.
him.
That's
Like,
not
just
even.
keep him,
Yeah.
man. You crazy, man, sir. Neji.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
no,
listen,
you're right, man. And the issue that I'm looking at based on what Traps is saying is we then wasted more money to go buy a second goalkeeper. That's
Exactly.
the hit. In my opinion, that's the Hayes wages. If the wages, and again, I respect those who said the Hayes on too much wages, cool. But then to me, that second keeper you've brought in is the Hayes wages.
But I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I don't think that. If you bring De Gea in the office and you say, listen, De Gea, you're not getting 350 no more. You're getting 150, right?
Yeah.
You're getting a year contract and the thingy. I think because he doesn't need the money and he's comfortable, because of his comfortability, he's been there for 10 years. This is the club. He obviously loves the club.
He does.
I think he's taking it.
Man's having dinner dates with the man them. So
that's what I'm saying. Exactly. You're still sitting around with the man them, and you're probably still in the WhatsApp groups. You probably go check man at the yards or whatever.
Yeah.
You telling me you're not going to come and sit around the man them and play for 150 grand a week?
Man,
And you've been there for 10 years.
I think to be fair though, chaps, we again, I can only go off reports, so again, could be wrong. But if we go off the reports, we offered him lower reduced salary, and he was willing to accept it, and then we reduced it even more, and we're like, nah, Ten Hag's like, don't want him, which is cool. Yeah, but again, negotiation. Again, we did it with Vidic, we did it Rio, we're just awful, man. Even with our top pros, and respectfully, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say we didn't need Onana because at some point you needed him. My whole statement, and I'll go back to it, was need him. We shouldn't prioritize the goalkeeper just yet because the money needs to be spent in other areas where we can bag goals, and that's on 2 clinical forwards minimum. If you maintain what you did last season defensively, because we changed the shape, because Casemiro, like I said, he had to adapt because Casemiro was not the profile that he wants in the 6. We saw the comments just the other day what he made about Kobe Mino, about being the 6. He's very direct and specific, turning that's the type of thing I want as a 6. Casemiro ain't that. So having to adapt, yes, he adapted very well in the first season. And this is why I said this season is different. It's like his first season actually trying to play the way he wants to play. So I have to look at it different. And I did say that to you, man. Do you know what I mean? I was pulling it out. And I was saying to you, lot, end of the day, if you're gonna have what you did the first season, in my opinion, because you don't get more than 2 seasons at United on average as a manager, you need to maintain what you did in the first season. Don't make big drastic changes too tough just yet with the profiles that you're buying, i.e. keeper, Mason Mount, because you won't be able to facilitate them all at the same time, and build on what you've got. Going back, like me and Musa said, go add goals to what you built in the first season. Give yourself 2 seasons where you've been solid and gone raw. Then if you have a shit season for the first season, at least the fan base can't go, well, you only did 1 season. You did 2 seasons, which were good. And then you at least got a bit of cushion to go, you know what? I actually was just trying to play my style of football. Now it's been 2 seasons. We've had to switch things up a little bit. It's a transitional phase. Cool. And I genuinely believe the fans are giving more time because of that. And this is the biggest criticism I gave her.
Just on this point, Neji, sorry, just a quick one. Go on. That's such a brilliant point. Right, that's a brilliant point because this goes back to what me and Traps were talking about before you came on. And Traps, me and you are going back and forth about Amrabat, yeah? We don't buy the keeper, yeah? We buy a right winger, left winger, or we buy a midfielder. So we buy them 2 positions, yeah? Look at that game tonight, yeah? We're not arguing about Amrabat's good, Amrabat's not. We've already got a midfielder we know is profiled right, Neji, for what we need. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So then we play him. They've got a winger who's either starting or on the bench. If he's on the bench, he's looking at the guys and he's saying, I could go win this game. I'm going to come on and be hungry. So do you see that? That's such a brilliant point you made there. That 2 positions there that really £50 million, over 200 grand worth in wages, that could be 2 young, hungry kids who think, I want to make my mark in this Champions League, which means I'm going to go play the Newcastle game. Do you get where I'm coming from? So
yeah, 100%.
Everything that's wrong with the club. But Karen, sorry, bro.
No, it's all good. It's great. It's a great point that you and Chaps obviously spoke about. And, just to land up, I think this is why when I'm coming for pause, almost a pause there, half pause. When I'm criticizing Ten Hag, my biggest criticism was, and it was based on my prediction before the season, is that he's prioritized wrong and he's been naive. Now, I even challenged my own thoughts on that and said, well, if he's naive, what's led him? I remember, like you say, Leon, we asked why, yeah? What's led him to be naive? Was he getting? There's 2 things. Was he given the guarantee by the owners to say, I can do it my way, therefore he thought I can replace the players I need? and then got shot in the foot in the summer where he didn't get Kim Min Jae, Harry Kane, which we could have easily got in my honest opinion? Or is it a case of because if he did get leeway, then it's on him. Do you know what I mean? Or is it a case of no, you didn't get the leeway that you were promised. Therefore, he thought he was going into the summer thinking I can get these profiles because it's okay, and I won't need to get any other areas till another time because my time is safe here. And then he's been shot in the foot, gone, well, no, we can't actually get rid of Maguire. No, we can't really get at these. Because then one either falls on the owners in the case of they've set him up for fail, give him a false idea, or the owners have, and again, you can choose whichever one you want, unless there's another angle to this, or the owners have said, no, go build, do what you're doing. You'll have 3-4 seasons, you'll see out your contract, build how you want to do. And if he's done that, then it comes fully on Ten Hag because he's prioritising the way he's prioritised. And I keep saying he's taken 3 steps sorry, but I'll land up quickly. He's taken 3 steps back rather than taking 1 step forward from this first season. And that's his biggest Achilles heel this season, and it's shooting him.
I think this. Do you know what? Like I said, we've seen years and years and years of them saying you can't have this player, but you can have this player. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we've seen them say, "Oh, I mean, we've seen Moyes ask for Cruz and end up with Fellaini." You know what I mean? Like we've asked for, we've seen Mourinho ask for players and end up with players. You know what I mean? We've seen players arrive. We see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tried to add an array of a talent to the team, and it's not.
Season get Dan James.
Yeah, and he tried to. Yes, I'm saying even beforehand, he tried to get Haaland over here and whatnot. So we've seen what these lot do, and I just think in the beginning they've gone and said, right, listen, the Ten Hag hype, they believed in it because not all of the fans, because at the end of the day, we was looking at Pochettino. It was becoming a 2-horse race between Pochettino and him, and it was like, who do you want? And everyone was just like, oh, Ten Hag, because of the Champions League, whatever. Bearing in mind, Poch got to the final, but that's another story, whatever, yeah. But I just think that they bought into the hype as well, and it was like, you know what, yeah, this guy, he's done this, he's done that at this club, he's transformed Ajax, X, Y, and Z. Let's get him in and let's do whatever, right? Then obviously it went left for the first few games. Then he went on that long run at Old Trafford, 31 games or 32 games unbeaten, and he went on that long run. And see, when things like that, that's when things start to die down. It's like the border, like, this is actually working. Like, so whatever he wants, just give it to him. But obviously, this is your budget. This is what you need to, that's what you need to go and do. And any other things, any little problems that, oh yeah, we got this, or we wanted this, but FFP says this or whatever, we'll sort that out. And that's what I think's happened, because I'm telling you now, there's no way Murto walks in and says, or anyone walks in and says, do you know what? Do you fancy Sofiane Amrabat? Or do you fancy Mason Mount? These are players that he has identified as players that he wants, and he has got them. Yeah. And at the same time, like I said, if we're looking at it from a perspective of what's he prioritizing, like we said, last season he lost Varane, and they built up a good partnership. Varane, Martinez. Sometimes Luke Shaw used to come in left back, whatever, centre back and whatnot. Yeah,
but I think he should play that on the side, mate.
But he lost both of them defenders in the same game. Yeah, in the same game. So and after that, we was limping hard to get over the line. We was limping hard. So that you have to remember, yeah, that was the final thoughts of the season. Apart from going away to Wembley and getting beat off of Man City, the Premier League season, limping over the line because the centre backs let him down. Not the midfield, yeah. We didn't even score that many goals last season, yeah. We didn't score bad bags of goals. It was the two defenders getting injured is what left him nearly out of the Champions League. Liverpool was breathing down our neck, but obviously other results went our way that helped us to get it over the line. So it wasn't the defense. So it wasn't the midfield, and it wasn't the attack. Right? Rashford's 30 goals played a big part in that as well. So that's what you're walking away from the season with, you know. Because I'm thinking to myself, if I lose both my starting defenders in the same game, I'm thinking, fucking hell, bro. Like, what if that happens again? Or furthermore, when are they coming back? Martinez is still. Don't get me wrong. Martinez has come. He's played off injections. He's not been fit. Yeah. He has till this day. He has not had Martinez back. The Martinez that he had against Seville, that started against Seville. He's not had him back. So why are you? What are you not? Why are you not thinking about this? Why are you thinking about other areas?
I think he did though, bro. That's the thing. The first signing would have had this season would have been Kim Min-jae, and we stalled. We stalled on actually because we stalled on. That's what I'm gonna say. We stalled on getting it over the line. So So he was waiting.
What do you think the stall was? What do you think?
Because you know what we do? We do that whole thing where we publicise who we're in for, and then other clubs go, "We're just idiots. We play our hand out on the table."
But it goes down to the structure, boys. It goes down to the structure because the guys working on the deal were slow. It's reported. We were slow to react. So it was like, we've identified this. Of course, there's leaks in Man United, so the leaks get put out there, and then makes other clubs go, okay, well, he's not. Kim Min-jae wasn't only destined for United. There's obviously other clubs in for him, but when they know United's about, it's like, okay, let's act quicker. He was going to be our first signing. It was literally Bob on to go. So again, because the way we're run, all these small significant differences have an impact of what goes on the field. And this is what happens when you have businessmen and bankers making footballing decisions, because they don't move efficiently and they don't move with the mindset that is applicable to the sport. And this is why I said it's easy to jump down managers' throat, because again, we can see the faults, we can see those faults. But when you dig deeper, you have to research on the other angle, because there will be things that are going on that you don't see on the eye. And those things are having a knock-on effect, and it happens with every single manager, every single time. And not only that, when you're coming to try and get rid of certain players, you try to get rid of McTominay, you try to get rid of Maguire. It's not because the player didn't want to go, and it's not because of.
I think McTominay. I think the McTominay deal was because he didn't want to go, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was. So McTominay is slightly different than Maguire. So I think the price that we were asking for, we wanted a little bit more, which, in my opinion, people can be split on that respectfully, but. In my opinion, I think we're done selling players undervalued. I think 40 million is quite fair, given the fact he does well for Scotland and he's been at United for so long. However,
I thought he didn't want to come. I thought he didn't want to leave.
No. Well, of course he didn't want to leave. But again, if you're getting sold and you're moving on, you've got no game time, you ain't playing. He's going to play
all the time. It's terrible.
The point I'm making is the Maguire situation, heavily reported that it was good to go, but we would have had to pay out the last thing that came out about him was that we would have had to pay him off. Why would we not pay him off? Because the Glazers look at players as assets. So therefore, I'm not going to go and overspend. I'm not going to pay him off to leave the club. He can stay. Business-minded, commercial assets, that's how we run. When more time, we should be getting 30 million for my man, wages off the books. Right, that 30 million, I'm going to try and find another 5-6 million for you somewhere else so you can inject into a new centre-back. Boom, there you go. Kim Min-jae's in. But we don't move correctly. This is what I was trying to say to man. Every single time any manager comes into this situation, their expectations have to be different, because football structure is the only way you can go and dominate to the level. And this is why I said to man, you've got two options. It's either, if you want to win trophies and titles, then you have to stick it out for the long haul until we get football structure in, because the only way we can build, sadly. The only footballing head at that place is going to be the manager, no matter who it is. So we have to do it in his vision, whether we like it or not, because there's no football structure. He's the only one who can do it. And the last person that we've had that built a football structure from the ground up is who? Sir Alex Ferguson, because he's got control of everything. That is far from our reality. Or the second option is we keep sacking managers every 2 seasons, but let's stop talking about competing with Man City. Let's stop talking about competing with Liverpool. Let's actually agree that we're a mid-table club now, and getting trophies every now and then is going to be our thing. That's where the reality. That's where the reality of where we are as a club. We are not big Man United until we get a football structure.
I hear all of that, but the only thing that I have to say with that, is that I just want to know who. Obviously, you've gone for Kim Min-jae. It's not worked out, right? So because I was under the impression that, right, cool, he's identified the centre back. That's who he wants. That was the main target. That's what I thought in my head, right? In my head, I'm thinking, who switched it from centre backs to midfielders now? Was it Ten Hag or was it the thing? Because at the end of the day, if it was me, I'm just thinking. I'm not going to go over what I would do, how I would think. If I say, right, Kim Min-jae, that's my guy, I want that. But in my mind, I'm gonna be like, if Real Madrid come in for him, we're gonna have a problem. or you know what I mean. So at the end of the day, I need to.
Microphones though. Is that what's your microphone trap?
No, it might be mine. Yeah. So I'm like, who? So I need to have another guy that I need that's going to do a similar job.
Yeah.
That's thinking. So, and I'm thinking, all right, cool. So if I wake up in the morning, I go to Carrington and I get into my office and Murto, whoever's there, Arnold, whoever, saying, "Oh, do you know what? Bad news, bruv. Like I've tried to go and get this guy. Bayern Munich have come in and it's going that way. Do you know what I mean? It's not looking good." I'm gonna be like, bruv, you lot took too long to go get this man, bruv. Like, and I'm gonna be upset about it. I'm gonna say, look, this is the guy that I wanted. You lot said you would get it for me. It's not gonna work in. I'm not happy about this. And then we're gonna talk it out. And we're gonna say, and then it's gonna be like, look, who's the next one you need to get? Because we'll work on that one straight away. In my head, I'm gonna be thinking, well, it's gonna be the second centre back that I told you, look. That's what I'm saying. So it's gonna be that centre back that I told you before. And then obviously they're gonna go jump on it and get the job done. We've gone from that to Mason Mount. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, whose idea was it to switch to the midfielder and end up with Mason Mount? And I believe, based on my logic, that is him.
Yeah, no, it would be. You're 100%
It'll be a combination.
Right.
I think it'll be a combination. It'll be a combination because it's so bad upstairs as well. Yeah, like for example, let me give you a scenario. Yeah, you come back in the office. Yeah, I'll let you land a second. When you come back in the office, you come back in the office. You want your centre back here, and then man turn around and go, "Oh no, we've already got a good relationship with Chelsea, you know, because we bought Mata from them. We know these man. We'll get this one done, and then we'll get back to your centre back. That man don't know what they're doing, bro. So at the end of the day,
but if you're a serious manager, you can't gas, man. Sorry, Najib, but if you're a serious man, you can't gas me, brother. But you got a good relationship. I need a centre back. I don't care. You got a good relationship.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing you're missing. Yeah, here's the thing you're missing. Yeah, when you don't know what you're doing. Okay, yeah, like when you don't know what you're doing. Let's just say we bring me into as a CEO of a software company. Yeah, there's only so long that I can blag this position in front of people for you. And people's human instinct as well, bro, yeah, is that when they are in the wrong and when their back's against the wall, they'll just front and lie about it in these kind of scenarios. So, for example, yeah, they're not going to stand up to him and say, we're struggling with the centre-back, because Ten Hag's probably got them shook, bro. He's probably the first manager that's gone in there and said to them, man, yo, what's going on here? They've been sat. Imagine they're just sat in the office like that. They're sat, feet up, chilling, blah, 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 having a coffee, pissing the job up the wall, stealing money from Man United because they're not very good at what they're doing. Somebody comes in and goes, what's going on here? Is this how you lot have been running? Do you know what I'm saying? Right. So at the end of the day, yeah, it's a negligence on all of it. I want to kind of move this on to the last bit, but Neji, if you want to say something quickly, I'll let you.
Yeah, I'll just land up quickly, just for context of the situation. This is why director of football is so important.
Exactly.
Someone who knows, because it's a catch-22. It's like, and like we said, Traps, yes, the manager can't be making every single decision. He needs someone there to pull him around and go. He needs someone to go, you know what, Redrin? I appreciate that point. Yeah, I appreciate you going. You know, you want Mason Mount, but right now, respectfully, boom, we need to go get this because the stats in the data says this. We need to prioritize this. And this is where director of football works massively because Jurgen Klopp, we all know the famous situation with Mo Salah. Do you know what I mean? He was trying to get that German bred of Royce. All of a sudden, Salah's the one. Then look what happens. That's the power of a director of football. That's why you need a team and a structure behind you, because if you're going to rely on, and again, this is why I said a manager has, other than Fergie, again, which is an anomaly, but nowadays, if you don't have the structure, it's going to be left to the manager. And I'm going to sit here and go, he's going to make mistakes. So I say to him, he's going to make mistakes and he's going to get signings wrong. And he's going to prioritize in the wrong way. Because if you have to do it off your own back, I can't sit here and go, that's your fault. He has to make these decisions. However, he's going to hold weight. And the reason to hold weight is because the Glazers will hide behind this. The owners hide behind it. The board will hide behind it. And he's done it with every other manager. And this is the issue. No matter what manager we bring in, they all play a different style of football. They're left to work with the same bunch of players that they had to work with before and make it work. You can't go and challenge and just say, make it work with the players you've got and hope for a miracle. We had a miracle season last season. We can't. That can't be the standard. So this is what I was trying to say to man. You know, I'll land up on here. There's two options. We either accept we're a mid-table club until we get structure and then just go for FA Cups and hope for the best and take the pressure off the manager. Or we go, no, we want to be big Man United. We put the pressure on the board, getting football structure in. And if there is not one, then we have to let the manager have the time to go and build it if we want that long-term vision. There's the only two options we've got. Because ultimately, we're going to keep logging heads and keep getting vexed as a fan base because there's no other options. Unless someone else can tell me.
I hear that, but I hear what you're saying. And I just think in the long run, yeah, it's got to be a thing where, like, bruv, the structure's getting sorted out. You ain't getting no more dough, mate. Simple as that.
Well,
No,
this
you
is
can
it.
get you can get dough, but you can get dough, but there's
Yeah,
got to
but-
be
yeah, but-
someone there to no, but there's got to be, like you Trap said, there's got to be someone there to oversee it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if we're going to build an
If not,
infrastructure, we're
though,
going to do this.
if not, you're getting this dough. You
There
can't get the
definitely
big bag. You're not getting the big bag. You can have this though.
Yeah, I just think the next time this guy goes to spend money, there needs to be at least one person above him. That's. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know about this John called Blanc guy.
No, but here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. I'm just gonna enlighten everybody for January.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's clocked for January. Yeah, there ain't gonna be no one overseeing this in January, bro. This thing's not gonna get over the line.
I don't think he's gonna get any. I don't think he's gonna get any money in January.
No, I think what they're gonna do is they'll do a cheap thing. They'll try and ship someone off and maybe bring someone in. And he's probably gonna get a couple of loans. I don't think he's gonna get anything major. But the kind of players, Royce, Veghorst, this is the kind of level. So don't get any expectations for January. Zero.
I don't think he's going to get any players in January. I think that
Royce, Werner. That's the kind of player.
I don't think he's going to get Werner. Werner ain't going to go nowhere in January.
I can see a loan. I can see a loan from that.
And I just think right that he's not going to. I don't think he's going to get any money. I think until certain people are depending, because you know what I mean. Between now and January, obviously January is not too far away, but obviously this deal with Ratcliffe can be completed. He could employ whoever wants. I'm hearing names like Maldini popping up and all kinds of
but
stupid.
I don't think that's going to be done anytime soon, bro. I'll be real.
It's going to be big names, man. Linked to big names. Do it every time. Gas the fan base. So when you get to it, we can't afford.
It might not be thingy, but if I think that if this guy comes in and he's got his thing, there's going to be someone in place in that. And I think that they're going to be telling this guy where to go. To be honest,
I agree with you. I think there's going to be. They're already planning behind the scenes. Like I definitely think that they've had a conversation. You said it to me the other day, Traps. You said you think these men are going to come in and not been planning. They've probably been planning for 6 to 12 months, but I just don't think it's going to get done anytime soon. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, I just wanted to finish up by saying that obviously Champions League, we can still technically qualify. So I don't know who believes in here that we're going to do it. Yeah, me personally, I'm joking. I think. What do you guys want now? Like this is my last kind of question. If we could just sum this up fairly, think I'm hit the gym as well. Late one, I'm going gym. What do you guys think what do you want to see? Me personally, I'll give my opinion first. Yeah, I want to crash out. I want one game a week, and I'm blessed with that. Do you guys want to see a second? Do you want to see them fight for a second place finish? Do you guys are interested in Europa? Traps, go first. What do you reckon?
To be honest with you, the perfect scenario for me would be, where's the Copenhagen game? Is it in Copenhagen?
We've done it, haven't we? We've done playing.
No, we've got Bayern next, bro.
Galatasaray, Copenhagen. Where is it? Galatasaray or
I'll have a look,
man. I don't know.
Really good point, bro.
That's what I'm trying. That's.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, if Copenhagen and Galatasaray draw and we win, we go through.
You joking?
But I wouldn't even stress that personally.
Win 2 games out of 6 and go through.
Yeah. Where's it at? Do you know?
Let's have a look. It is at Copenhagen.
Right. So, I mean, the ideal situation for me would be they get a fucking early kick of 5:45. Yeah. And the result is in before we even kick a ball. That would be because at the end of the day, our game is irrelevant. We can go and beat Bayern Munich 7-0 and still not go through. Do you know what I mean?
So what? So the only way you can go through is if they draw.
Basically, yeah. If one of them wins, we're out. Yeah. So my ideal would be for these lot to watch this game, see what the situation is before they even kick a ball. And then because I don't want to be kicking, but you know what they're gonna do for UEFA are gonna do for the drama. They're gonna put both the games on. The games is gonna be updating. Oh, it's 1-1 now. It's 1-1. They're gonna be doing all that stuff. So, but for me personally, I think right that I would love to see us pull this one off because I feel that with the decisions that's been made, with certain decisions that have gone against us and the way this team played today, they went toe-to-toe, pound for pound with the Galatasaray and was let down by the goalkeeper only. No, there was a few things, but all them things would have been irrelevant had the goalkeeper done his job. So goalkeeper is, like you said, 75% of it. So I just think, yeah, if it goes 1-1, I'd like to see us go through. I don't know, would we win it? I doubt it. But at the end of the day, it would give us something to look forward to. Like February Champions League starts again. Will we get some signings in January to support what we do? And not only that, you'll be able to see where this guy's head's at. Because if you qualify for the Champions League, and for instance, January comes and we've made even more progress on the top of the league. So say we're 4 points off top of the league now. Bro, you surely you got to be saying, look, I need to sort this out because like this is an opportunity being handed to me. It's not that I'm not in the best condition. I've got the best players, but this is still nevertheless an opportunity. So let me at least try and show the fans that I'm trying to do something here. But me personally, it's second or fourth for me. Europa League, I'm not going to no games.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm on. That's what I'm on.
Because Said was talking about just making it a holiday thing for Europa League, and I'm like, bro, I've never been to a Europa League game in my life, and I'm not starting now.
You know what it is though? It just kills you Europa League because it's the only competition that's on for like 10, 11 months of the year. So it's good that we don't need with the squad we've got right now 2 games. But listen, AG, I'll pass it over to you, bro. What do you think?
I think the only reason you should be in the Champions League to the start with is 1, if you deserve it, and then 2, if you think you've got an actual genuine chance of winning. I don't believe United, even if we went through, would have a chance of winning. So that being said, I'd say cut our losses. Field a weak team. I mean, he's not going to, but I'm just saying from my preference, what I would do. Field a weak team, get the youths playing, get them some minutes, and go, right, we're going Europa League because, it is what it is. They won't do that because it will look negative anyway.
You'd see Europa.
I would go down to Europa, and the reason I would go to Europa is the reason I go to Europa is because the laughing part of the start goes away. Then you've got at least a resurgence go where you've got to at least win the Europa. Then let's go for it. Similar to with Jose Mourinho, do you know what I mean? When he lifted Europa League and we were in the Europa. Really and truly, if I'm being honest, the league's going to be difficult. Do I think Europa, and again, you got to be very careful what I'm saying here. I'm critical. The way we're playing at the moment, we're showing that we can put Champions League teams away. We score 3 against Bayern, etc., etc. So it's nothing to do with our ability in games, but it's being able to see these games out. Now, there's some tough opponents in the Europa League, yes, I understand, but most of them, yes, correct. If you put them away, you're going to build some momentum anyway, some confidence, and you can take that into the league. And hopefully, you get your players back fit. They're going to some play Thursday, some play Saturday, Sunday. It is what it is. You got momentum of games, and to be fair, whether I rate the trophy or not, these guys need to lift something towards the end of the season or put themselves in a final position and come out of this rut because they need some confidence from somewhere early on, and I don't think they're going to find it in the Champions League. I think it's going to be met with more heat, and to be fair, it's going to piss the fan base off even more respectfully, excuse my language, but that's where I think it's going to go, broski. And so I'd rather go and compete to a level that you're good at, to a level where you're at the moment. Go and do your thing there. Get rid of the expectations and go, okay, cool. There'll be someone out there going, okay, you got to go win it now because it's Europa League. But respectfully, I think we're a mid-table club and have been for a while and overachieved last season. So I'd compete at that level. Focus on the league if you can. Make that happen. Make sure that you have to go and earn the Champions League spot next season with the squad you've got. And hopefully, if you do that, he gets one more season and hopefully we've got a bit of structure to go into the next season. That's, again, all hypotheticals and all thoughts. I'm saying scrap the UCL for me because if you're not in it to win it, you're not going to win it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think anyone can sit here and get to the final.
Do you know what's hurting Traps right now? When you said hopefully he gets another season, I see Traps like.
Well, it is. I'm talking for him, bro. I'm talking for him because that's.
Do you know what? Yeah, Deji. You know, you say like, look, you see, like that's one of the most annoying things as well. Like, you know, when he says, "Oh, put the Champions League teams away," we could put Champions League teams away. So, don't you think that, bro? Like, we could, if we get through, things could we could potentially put some teams. No, I wouldn't say. I'm not saying we're going to win it.
It's a fair question.
But I'm saying I just feel that I don't feel that I feel like Man United in perspective, Man United have. I genuinely feel that the only team that has beaten Man United, in this group stage in the Champions League is Man United. That's what I think. Yeah. I think we've been our own worst enemies, and I think we've beat ourselves on numerous occasions in this group. And I feel that we get out of this group. I feel like if on a good day with good fortune, we get out of this group fucking easy. You know what I mean? Like easily get out of this group.
Yeah, so no, for me, right,
I just think.
Go on, sorry, bro.
I just think that, like you said, I don't think that we are not the level of Champions League football because, like we've seen teams win Champions League and finish 6th, 5th, 4th. So it's not the level's not necessarily have to be the level, but I'm just thinking that
I don't. If I'm being honest with you, bro, it's not that I don't think we couldn't do it, because again, hypothetical 1% chances and all that. But looking at what we do consistently at the moment is we fluff and bottle big moments. Whether we go 2 goals up, 1 goal up, the mentality. I don't think we've got the mentality to see out a high pressure Champions League game, and I don't want to get to a.
He's made a good point, to be fair. But yeah, no, listen. Thanks for coming on. I think I'm going to wrap it now. Man's got to go hit the gym before it gets too late. You know what I mean? Got to get it in. But yeah, no, Traps, I think you made a really good point about the Champions League there. That's given me a lot to think about, actually, because like if we can put teams to bed, like AG saying, then we can go through. But I just don't think we deserve to go through. Do you know what?
Do you know what the last point I'm going to leave you with?
I don't want to get pumped.
Do you know what the last point I'm going to leave you with here? What's going to be interesting to see? African nations. That's what's going to be interesting to see, because obviously we're not going to.
Can you hear me?
Even if we do get through, we can hear you. Even if we do get through, there's no Champions League football till like February anyway. Is it? If I'm not mistaken, it starts again in February, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and obviously the African nations, depending on how far you get, it's a month's tournament. It's in January. But what you're going to see now is you're going to see this guy leave to go and play for his country, and you're going to see this other keeper play. And when he comes back, depending on how well this keeper does, questions are going to get asked. So if we do,
he's back in, bro. It's his guy. He's back in straight away, bro. It's his
guy. Man, I'm going to have to shoot, man. So I'll just land up quickly on the last point. Sorry to cut out, man. Well, yeah, I've literally got to bounce, man. I've got to get back, get some food and stuff. I'm hungry, man. Tired. I'm on Moose's Wi-Fi at the moment. He's outside the gym now.
Holding the little thing.
That's why.
Holding the little satellite. Crazy.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's there by the glitter, man. Do you know what I mean? There you go. I don't even know if you can hear me now. It's gone.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you. If you can hear us, we can hear you. I think it's cut out. No, so if he cuts out, then we're thinking. Yeah, listen, we're gonna, unless Neji comes back in a set, we're gonna wrap. Traps, big up yourself. Yo, shout your thing out, man. Traps.mufc.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Just go on social media, any social media platform. You type that in, and I will appear. And if I don't appear, that means I'm not on it. So find the one that I'm on and message me and ask me why am I not on that, and I will be on that.
Yeah. Neji's proper lagging. Look at that. He's still talking now. Crazy thing. Mad. But listen, people, thanks for the comments. Subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be doing a live straight after Mandem Chat, I reckon. And it's going to be an interesting show tomorrow. But listen, for me, we're out of the Champions League. We don't deserve it. And I think for me personally, I don't want to see Europa League. Bro, I'm not into all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,